jọ́ ẹ ó gbà kọ́ga ni mástà. kí lẹ tún dúró ṣe náà. ẹ má ṣe tàbí ṣùgbọ́n o. ẹ máa bọ̀ wá sílé iṣẹ́ wa. gbàǹgbà la wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì. ilé funfun pẹ̀lú àwọ̀ búlù. West Broadcasting House ní Aláàfin Avenue Olúyọ̀lé Estate Ìbàdàn Ọ̀yọ́ State Nàìjíríà. ẹ̀lú 07066165053 tàbí 08035093394 West Radio 89.3 FM. Ọlọ́run gbọ́ gbogbo ń tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ojú kan ló wà.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Hey there! Want to stay connected to your favorite radio station? Follow us on social media for the latest updates, entertaining wholesome content, and behind-the-scene peaks. We're on Instagram at Wells Radio 893, Facebook Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, X Wells Radio 893. Follow our WhatsApp channel Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Get a scoop on upcoming shows, giveaways, and events. Also get to interact with your favorite presenters and share your thoughts on our posts and stories. Join the conversation and stay tuned into Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Tired of listening to the same old content? Tune in to Wells Radio 89.3 FM. The only radio other radio stations listen to.
Hello, welcome and thank you so much for joining us on Moving Forward with Pastor Sarah, the Senior Pastor of Family Worship Center, the amazing woman of God who brings you His word concerning your marriage, family, and individual life.
God's word will change your life, give you victory over every challenging situation, and make you the best you He has designed you to be. Find out how in 15 minutes on Moving Forward with Pastor Sarah on this station. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. Last week, part 5, Taking Your Marriage to the Next Level, Blessed to Enjoy, began. In it, Pastor Sarah said the Bible speaks of good or true wives, which means there can also be bad or false wives. She encouraged women to trust God and the authority of their husbands, while husbands must honor their wives and use their strength to protect them. Men were reminded that if they don't treat their wives right, their prayers may go unanswered. She also said everything God has given on earth is for the maximum enjoyment of the husband and wife, and that a good woman brings favor, stability, order, and attracts the right people into the union. Marriage, she added, brings blessings and experiences singlehood cannot. Also, we learned that men should remember who they were before marriage. The marriage certificate is more than paper, it's a seal. Whatever is acquired afterwards is by the grace upon the union. And everything God gives to a man and his wife, He gives to them together. A woman must be honored. She deserves respect, and only the uncultured will speak carelessly before her. She went on to say that one of the greatest challenges in marriage is money. Couples quarrel when there is not enough, just enough, or too much. Pastor Sarah said money is a test, whether little or plenty. God uses it as a way to check if you can love each other without money and stay united when things are tight. Just enough is not enough if we are called to lift people. Moving on, let's listen as she takes the concluding part of part 5, Taking Your Marriage to the Next Level, Blessed to Enjoy. Stay tuned.
The miracle you need is not with somebody giving you $100 bill or 1 million. It's in your hand. Remember the woman with the cruse of oil? Her deliverance was there. Remember the widow of Zarephath? It was there. Moses, God said to him, what is in your hand? That stick in Moses' hand took them to the promised land. You could have thought they needed thunder and lightning. No, the thing was already in their hand. There is something already in your possession that is your breakthrough. And as a couple, if you will spend the time and the prayer and put your brain to task, that thing will come out. And you will be able to make enough money to sustain you. But you need to think outside the box. We've been fighting for rubbish. We've been fighting for not enough. As a man, you need to sit down and say, you know what? Honey, give me 1 month. I'll come up with an idea for more than enough. Your job is not your means. It's just seed while you are coming up with the idea for the breakthrough. It's somewhere there. But if you forget anything, I don't want you to fight about money. Don't fight. There's so much money out there waiting for you to tap. While you are on your way there, be friends with this joint heir of the grace of God. Now let's talk about in-laws. Take a deep breath. Take another deep breath. Release. Matthew chapter 19. Jesus Christ himself said, therefore, a man shall do what? His father and mother, and cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. I also heard that women are actually more difficult to leave their father and mother. But why the woman's son doesn't disturb me is because whether she leaves them or not, she doesn't have the economic power. She's not the head. No matter how much she clings to them, it won't do much. But women, if your husband has left, what is your own stress? That's all I need to say. What are you holding to your mother and father for? Because if your husband begins to hold to his father and mother, you won't like the thing. That's for somebody right here. But listen to me. In the marital relationship and in your family with your children, your in-laws, brothers and sisters, father and mother are outsiders. Your brother doesn't have a say in your marriage. Your father doesn't have a say in your marriage. They are there to be loved. They are family. But when it comes to priority, your priority is your wife, your husband, and your children. You love them, you bless them, you support them. But when it comes to decision making, when it comes to policy, when it comes to who is going to have anything in this house, it doesn't have anything to do with any of them. African men, look at me. Wake up. Your brother is not your next of kin. Your father is not your next of kin. Your sister is not your next of kin. Because when you were blessed at the altar, you didn't collect the certificate in their name. You collected a certificate of Mr. and Mrs. It was not this family. And so those of you who have written next of kin in your office and given it to your brother, you are ignorant, you are wicked. Because the things you and I have toiled over, now you are signing it over to somebody. After I have spilled all my blood, especially those women who are giving birth to 6 children in 2 years, and now you signed over what to who? Who will marry me? You know what is happening? When women die, they will leave a 50-year-old man. He won't go and look for a widow who is 40 plenty years. They go and marry a 25-year-old because they say it's a man's world. So if nobody is going to marry a widow, if they are not going to marry me and you have signed everything over to your brother, husband, what do you leave with me? Is that all I mean to you? It was because of that God says, a man shall leave his father and mother and cleave, be cemented, be glued to your wife. To your wife, not to your brother, not to your father, not to your uncle. Let's talk. Have you ever seen a place where a man dies and he leaves the wealth to his brother and the brother is carried away with the passion of taking care of this man's children? No, let's talk. We are alive. So if it hasn't worked before, why is it going to work on top of your head? Because when he collects that money, he will take care of his own children. He will revenge the anger that his brother was not looking after him before and says, now is my turn. Your children that used to fly by aeroplane to Lagos, he will put them in overnight buses. You were married and you are married with a certificate and God places dignity on you. Go and tell your husband, we are changing this title today. Ask him, come, let's go to your office. I want to see who is your next of kin. Is it after I've finished giving birth to 5, 6, 7 children? Nobody is going to look at me again. Because when I open my body now, you will run away. If nobody is going to take me, you too, you will not run away. You will stay with me till the end, whether you like it or not. I want to know who is the joint heir with you. I want to know who is your wife. I want to know who you care for. I want to know who you are anointed with. But if it is with me, today, we will settle it. Your father spoiled you. You will enter Molue. Say, I beg one enter and go into the main road and catch taxi. My child, let me tell you that no matter what anybody says to you, nobody can take care of your children like your wife. Nobody can take care of your children like your husband. What do you want to tell me about brother or father? It has never worked before. It won't work now. He said, but father is an African thing. Are you an African or a Christian? Are you born again? Joshua said, if God is God, follow him. You can't straddle. So you die, you leave us with problems. And unfortunately, the men are dying. They are dying. They said if you put your names on the document, it's not good enough because in the court of law, they don't realize Mr. and Mrs. So what the lawyers told me to tell you women is that they shouldn't write the thing in your name. You and your husband should open a company. And whatever you have, they should put it in the company's name. Another option is write the house in the wife's name and make the husband the next of kin. So that if I die first, it goes to my husband. If he dies first, it's already in my name. That is how it must be. That is the word of the Lord. This is not my idea. Because when the father of the daughters of Zelophehad died, they were going to share land. The men said, no, they are women. They won't have anything. The girl took the thing to Moses and said, our father was a son in Israel. Said, our father was a son. Because we don't have a brother, does not mean we won't have anything. Give us our land. And Moses said, let me go and talk to God. Moses went to God. And God said, they are right. Give them their land. That's how God thinks. That's how God thinks. He said, give it to them. They gave them their land. He said, but in order for this land not to go away, they must marry from within their tribe. And it's the same thing I'm saying. In order for this thing not to go, write it in her name. Make yourself the next of kin so that it stays within your family. Who is going to come over and take over here? Not one. You need to see past now and stop giving people who didn't work for anything what you and your wife toiled for. Because when you finish, you leave your children in penury.
Strong issues Pastor Sarah has raised in this part of the message. Here's hoping you received that one thing you personally need to take your marriage to the next level. Part 5, taking your marriage to the next level, blessed to enjoy, ends today. Don't forget to join Pastor Sarah tomorrow for part 6.
The world is filled with bad news, fear, and anxiety. But God's timeless word brings good news of hope and victory. Join Pastor Sarah Omaku on Rhema 93.3 FM Aba and learn how to win in life using God's word. Every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8:05 p.m. Moving forward with Pastor Sarah on the station. Don't miss it.
Thank you for listening. If you've been blessed by this program, we would like to hear from you. Call 0703 935 0603 or send us an email at info@fwcabuja.org. If you're searching for a home church in Aba, we meet on Sundays at Family Worship Center, 134 Okigwe Road, Aba. Service time, 8 a.m. In Umuahia, Wonderland Event Center, Isi Court, Umuahia. In Okigwe, Dofaima Coast Bloomy Hotel, number 42 Umuchima Road, Okigwe. In Owerri, number 54 Onitsha Road, opposite Arugo Park, Owerri. You can locate other branches and also listen to Pastor Sarah's messages when you visit our website at www.fwcabuja.org. Once again, thank you for listening. Moving Forward with Pastor Sarah will continue tomorrow, same time on this station. God bless you.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.